Hello guys, Ashley here, also known as the Easily Fan, and I'm back with another video, and today I'm going to be talking about my thoughts on Cobra Kai Season 1. So Cobra Kai Season 1, I would say this is really a setup season, and it's very slow, and it's really not a lot of fighting. Compared to other seasons, Season 1 probably has like the least fighting that I've seen. Outside when I watch it with my sister, like this has like the least fighting. There's barely any fighting. It's more of a setup season. And I feel like the only way to start off this review is to talk about the characters first. And let's talk about them. I want to talk about the characters who did something, who had some sort of screen time. So I want to talk about Johnny first. I think Johnny is hilarious, and I feel like seeing where he is after everything that's happened after Karate Kid 1984 was a good idea, to follow him and seeing like where his life is, and knowing that he has a son that he doesn't have a relationship with and everything like that. Like I do like the stuff with him and Robbie, but I just feel like honestly it's not really going anywhere, and I would like if it would go somewhere. But I understand that the show only has 10 episodes to work with, so they have to do the best they can. But I just feel like that's why it's important to do more than 10 episodes sometimes, because you can't cram everything into one episode, especially when these episodes only get like 30 minutes. It's like, oh gosh, we need if you can't give more episodes, give it more time, in my opinion. Like at least this episode's 45 minutes, because 30 minutes have time when I watch, I feel like it's just not enough time to cram everything. It's just not. I do think Johnny is a very interesting character, just knowing where his character is and everything with that. But I would say the one thing about Johnny that I feel like just like confuses me is his morality. His morality changes in every single episode. Literally. It's like it changes every episode. In the very last episode of Season 1, he told when the show Season 1 first opens up, when he opens up the Cobra Kai again, he's telling Miguel. He's telling Miguel that there's no mercy in a fight, none of this, none of that. And then when Miguel and Robbie got into the fight in Season 1, he said that that's not how you fight. I didn't teach you how to fight like that. It's like, whoa, you're having your reality change. I understand that Robbie is your son, but you can't tell him one thing and then change it up. Like, stick with one thing. As if you're going to have a moral, stick with one thing. It's like it changes in every single aspect, and it changes a lot too in Season 2. Like, it changes so much. It's so annoying. I'm going to get to Season 2 when I get to it. I'm not talking about it now, but in Season 2, it does change a lot. And in Season 1, that happened a lot. Like, it was just like, 1 minute this is okay, next minute it's not okay. And it's like, it's like, stick with one thing. It's either a good thing or a bad thing. And him trying to manipulate everyone into believing what really happened in the Karate Kid movie, and to having everyone believe that Daniel was just this big bully and did all this and that. It's like, no, that's not what happened if you watch Karate Kid movie. Johnny was a bully, Johnny was a jerk, and he got his ass kicked at the end of the tournament. That's what happened. He chose to turn that tournament, the end of that tournament, he decided to turn that into some life-changing thing for him. He decided to not do anything with his life after he lost, which I understand makes sense. He was the biggest karate student in that class, and he won all the time, and when he lost, that loss defeated him in his entire life. But don't go lying to people about what really happened in 1984. Don't be doing that, because if you watch the show, you know what really happened in the movie. So period, done. When he lied to Miguel, I'm thinking like, are you serious? You're going to try to sit here and say that Daniel got in between you and Allie? You and Allie were not even dating when you came to the beach. Stop lying and tell the real truth. Just stop it. I don't like that Season 1, how he just basically lying to everybody. But I can't see more from Johnny in the series, and I hope they do something with him and Robbie very, very soon, because it's been 2 seasons and they're not doing anything with the storyline. It's like, what's the point of him being his father? They're not doing anything with it. So that's my thoughts on Johnny. I think he's very funny and very interesting. You know how his life turned around after everything that happened at the end of the first movie. I just need his morality to stop changing, and I need him to stop lying about what happened in 1984. And period. And we're done. Clock out. Daniel. I actually like Daniel. My sister thinks he's very annoying. Don't get me wrong. He got some of his actions in season one not cool. Him telling that man to raise the rent in the dojo because he was mad that Johnny opened it up, not cool. I didn't fuck with that. That's out of line. You don't have to raise the rent because you didn't want him to open up the dojo. That's out of line. But the only reason why he did raise the rent is because Johnny painted dicks all over him on the billboard. That's another thing too. Johnny just be forgetting the shit that he be doing to him first. Like there would be no retaliation if you didn't fuck with me first. And like he seems to always forget that a lot in the first season, that he kind of starts the shit, but then when Daniel do something, he get like, oh, you fuck with me first. It's like, no, that's not what happened. That's not what happened, hun. The only reason why Daniel raised the rent is because Johnny painted those dicks on that billboard. Do I think raising the rent was extreme? Yes, but like that wasn't cool because you know Johnny ain't got the money to cover that. But like that was extreme. Him trying to tell Johnny not to open up the dojo, it's like he can't control that. If Johnny wants to open up that dojo, that's his decision. Daniel can't control that. But outside of that, I actually do like Daniel. I feel like, yes, he got his ways, he got his flaws, but I do like the fact that he did take Robbie in and that he is a good father to Sam, and his son is completely non-existent. I do not care about his marriage with his wife Amanda. I do think they have chemistry, but I just feel like it would be nice if their relationship got a storyline, like something, if somebody was not cheating, but like if someone could ease their way into their marriage. It's like, but the reason why I can accept that is because none of the relationships in this show are passionate. They're all passionless. They're all loveless to me. I don't care about any of the stuff that they're doing for the relationships. I really don't. I do like Daniel as a character. I do like, there's some things he's annoying. Me personally, I do like him. I like the fact that he did bring back Miragi though to just tell people that there's a different aspect to karate than just, you know, strike first and strike hard. There is a spiritual side to karate that it's also very important to learn, just like offense is important to learn. Defense is important to learn too as a person, as much as offense is. I can't understand why people think that his way is the best way, which I don't agree with that either. That if you're going to respect, if you can't respect Johnny's side of karate, then how you expect him to respect yours? And we'll just see if Daniel changes that in the near future of the series. But me personally, I do like him, and to me, he's been my favorite character so far in the first 2 seasons. Starting with me, I go with the wall, period. Now let's get to the teenagers. We're going to start with Miguel. I actually really do like Miguel, and you could tell that they just copy and paste his whole character from Karate Kid 1984, so it's like, is there even really a reason for me to even discuss Miguel? I think he's very nice. I think he's very genuine. I love the fact that he did befriend Dimitri and Eli because they were getting bullied, and that even though he didn't know how to defend himself, that he did stick up for them, which I had no problem with. You know, he did stick up for Sam when that guy was harassing her and everything, and I did fuck with that. I do like the dynamic between him and Johnny, which I feel like it has taken a very step back in season 2. They barely interact in season 2, but I did love it in season 1. I definitely think Miguel deserved a trophy in season 1. Everything with Miguel and Sam in season 1 was so cute, but it was cut short for reasons that I don't know why. I would have loved to see a little bit more of him and Sam. I can't even say chemistry because I feel like chemistry is such a strong word, but I do feel like him and Sam had a vibe that I feel like it was cut short. So, as a character, I really do like Miguel. The next character is Sam. I actually didn't have a problem with Sam until like season 2. Honestly, right now, season 2, I cannot stand her character for the life of me. She's really annoying in season 2. But in the first season, I really like the fact that Sam is, she's she's not the most interesting character. I do feel like if they would focus less on her dating and focus more of her as a person, I do feel like Sam would be more interesting because literally in those first two episodes, and I feel this is the problem I'm talking about when it comes to like we don't have enough time to cram everything. They didn't really do much with the whole car accident stuff. I don't really feel like she suffered any real punishment for that. Honestly, if I'm gonna keep it a buck. Taking away her phone, it's like that's not really a punishment, but whatever. Like community service, like she literally crashed into Johnny's car. He had to get a whole new fucking car. Like he didn't even have money for the repairs. And like you take away her phone, like okay, whatever. Like I don't know. I would have loved to see more of like her choosing to be with the Papa kids over Aisha just a little bit more. I would have loved to see her get stretched out a little bit more, but they didn't stretch that out enough. But I don't know. I would say Sam was cool in season one. She's not the most interesting, but she's okay. I would say that. It's nice to know that she does know karate. You know, she's not just like this prissy little girl who doesn't know how to defend herself. Like she actually does know a few things, and like she's not that when it comes to it. But Sam needs to get more development outside of her just being everyone's love interest. So yeah, let's talk about Dimitri. I think Dimitri is the most annoying character in this entire fucking show. He talks way too much. He is always whining and complaining. He's just so irritating. Like, literally, he don't try. He gives up easily. He has zero confidence. And, like, I do personally feel like Eli/Hawk needed to get away from Dimitri. I feel like if he was friends with Dimitri any longer, I'm not saying he can't be friends with Dimitri because of who he is now. I'm not saying that. But I just feel like Dimitri is so annoying that he kind of just downplays everything Hawk wants to do. Like when Hawk first thought about joining Cobra Kai, he thought it was a dumb idea because he has zero confidence. And like I feel like that's not a friend. Like a friend is supposed to support other friends. If Hawk wants to learn how to be confident and learn how to defend himself, you shouldn't be telling him this is a dumb idea, because it's not. And like I don't have nothing to say about Dimitri. I feel like he's really annoying, and I just want him to just like, I don't know why he gets so much screen time. Why is his talking scene so long? Him and his long ass speeches have got to go. Dimitri is so fucking annoying. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely insane. I want to talk about Hawk/Eli. I absolutely love Hawk. I think he is the best character. Out of all the teenagers, he is the best character, and he has had the best development. Him going from like this kid with the lip and like not defending himself, like if you watch Hawk from like, I think they go back to school in the second episode. If you watch Hawk from the second episode and watch him at the end of season one, he is not the same person. He got the mohawk now. He got the tattoo. He's fully confident. He is fully confident in his abilities and everything. And like, I do feel like on some mistake he needs to get away from Dimitri. Like, I'm not saying that he has to bully Dimitri. I think that is uncalled for. You don't have to bully anybody. Kind of like Moon said, she likes who he's become, but I'm not gonna date a bully. But I still fuck with Hawk. Not saying that he should have bullied Dimitri, but Dimitri is so fucking annoying. And like for him to like basically lie on that app about what happened because his bitch ass couldn't take a punch, it's just like, it's ridiculous. Why are you gonna lie about unsafe conditions when your bitch ass couldn't take a punch? And this is karate. If you cannot deal with it, then get the fuck out of here. Don't even walk on the mat. This is about fighting and hitting and connecting. And you're always bitching about something. Like, that's all his character does. He bitches and brags. Bitches and brags. Bitches and brags. Bitches and brags. He either bitching and bragging or he is talking about nothing. Just nonsense. Just talk. Like, he's just so annoying. It's just like, Blah, 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 blah. It's just, he's so annoying. I can't with Dimitri. He's so fucking annoying. I want him to have, he gets way too much dialogue. I just want him to be a glorified extra because he gets way too much screen time for me, and I'm not liking it. I'm getting really annoyed by his presence already. But Hawk, I absolutely love him. I definitely think he's had a really great turnaround, and like I'm really loving the stuff in season 2 because the stuff in season 1 it has been like I would say he had a turnaround at episode 7, so we didn't have enough time to see that, but like he did grow more confident, and like you did see the wedge between him and Dimitri and everything. Dimitri didn't like who he was becoming and everything like that, and like Hawk would tell him to chill out with the nerd shit and everything like that. Like everything, like Hawk, like Dimitri just didn't like the fact that Hawk was just turning into this confident person, and I feel like Hawk needs to get away from him. But I am loving the stuff they're doing with Hawk in season 2, with him being like even more confident and like basically him becoming everything he hated. But I still love Hawk. Like it's impossible to hate him. Like does anyone hate Hawk? Because if you do, you're smoking crack. So the last teen character that I want to talk about is Robbie. I'm mixed on Robbie because he's another person too. I feel like he hasn't really had any real development outside the fact that he really comes from a very shitty circumstance. His mom is always out of the house. She's always trying to find a man to help pay the bills. And I'm just like, his mom might as well just be a prostitute at this point because she's basically just dating men for money. So it's like, why not she just be a prostitute? I'm just saying, why not trick? I mean, she already dating men to help her pay her with the bills. It's like, why not just be a prostitute? But whatever. Robbie spends a lot of time alone. I just feel like there are a lot of things with Robbie that they're not really progressing on. Like they don't really talk about how he's alone really all the time, or how he kind of had to take care of himself. Like none of that is really talked about. It's just kind of just like shown, and I would like if it was talked about a little bit more. Johnny is his father. Johnny really hasn't been there in his life, but it's crazy that she's asking for him to give her child support, but yet he can't be around his kid. That doesn't make sense to me. That is the most goofiest thing I've ever heard. How you gonna ask for child support, but you can't even have the father of your kid be in his life? Like what? What sense does that make? It makes no sense to me. Most of season 1 is him. I hate to say it, but him just like really bitching and whining about Johnny not being in his life, and like he hasn't really given Johnny a chance. And it's like I understand that that's gonna be hard because he hasn't been there, but it's like if you're gonna complain about him not being there, it's like what is stopping you from giving him a chance to be there? I understand he was not there from ages 1 through how old is Robbie? 15, 16? But let him be there now. Like let me be there for you. Let me give you a chance to prove to you that I can be the father that you've always wanted. But Robbie's not giving him that opportunity. I do feel like Robbie going to work with Daniel and pretty much like buttering him up was to get back at Johnny. But I feel like once he kind of got that fatherly love from Daniel, that he realized that he don't want to, just use him. He actually does want to learn karate, and that he does like Daniel as a person, which I do like him and Daniel's dynamic. It does give like father and son, and I do like that. But Robbie, I think I need to see a little bit more from except for Hawk. I think all the other team characters need a little bit more. Like literally, I need to see a little bit more. Like I said, I just feel like 10 episodes is just not enough to give a lot of these characters something to do, and I need to see a little bit more. Season 1 was very slow. Not much really happened. If I'm gonna keep it real, not much really happened. Like I'm pretty sure when people think of Cobra Kai, they don't think of season 1. Like, come on now, alright, when you think of Cobra Kai, you probably don't think of season 1. You think of the other seasons. When more stuff is going on, more storylines is going on. Like season 1 doesn't have really a lot of storylines. It's more of a character introduction season, But what's weird is that a lot of these characters don't get much. So it's just really weird. But I did enjoy it because it's very interesting to see where these characters are after all these years since 1984. But I am on season 2. I'm about to try to finish the last 3 episodes today so I can review it. And that is that. That is my review for Cobra Kai season 1. It was a okay season. As season 1 go, I've seen better season 1 seasons in my opinion. I just hope that in the following seasons that we get a little bit more character development from these characters, especially the teenagers in my opinion. Like I just feel like the teenagers they need a little bit more. I feel like really outside of Hawk and a little bit Miguel, I feel like I need to see a little bit more, and I hope I get more. So that's it. That's my review, and I'll see you guys next time.